beauty blenders, I feel like, are like something new is coming, and like they've been out for so long. Like, what have you? This is that I just cannot. I literally can't. I literally cannot. Brittney Marie. First of all, I sell beauty blenders, so I hope you like the one that you bought at CVS. Just kidding. Anyway, I cannot with you. Like, I literally cannot. Brittney, this is you. Do you hear that? It's definitely you. I'm gonna do it now so that you can watch it. So what we went over was getting a little oily, learning how to bake your face. Oh, how to use a beauty blender? Is this real life? Okay, so I wiped all my makeup off that was on my face, but I didn't really have much on. It's just like from yesterday because I'm gross. And oh, it's sad. Sad ears. All right, this makes me feel a little bit better about what's happening because the ears are just like I can't be that mad in these guys. I am in shock right now. Okay, so I have eyelashes on. This is how your eyelashes look when you wake up in the morning. I've done your makeup before. That is a jealous face like that. Eyelashes for days. So basically our eyelashes look exactly the same with me having on giant mink eyelashes and you just having your regular eyelashes. So I'm sure you know what? I'm not going to say I'm sure you know anything at this point. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to show you using the things that you say that you have, the like my favorites that would be similar. There's going to be a lot of shuffling in drawers around here because I was not ready for this. So this is my tried and true. If you want to get real crazy for $13, this is maroon skin. So you got me all upset. I'm stuttering. Maroon skin prep for when I do like studio makeup, like layers of, like I'm a zombie, but it dries your skin out like whoa. Like I would wear this if I was going to like a wedding. Maybe I would wear this if I was going to be in a wedding. Maybe not so much just going to hang out at a wedding. So anyway, I got it on Amazon. It's $13 and you literally just take a teeny little bit like this. And then dab it in the areas. You can feel it like it tightens up, and like you wouldn't want to use this every day. You might not want to use it all because you said that you have sensitive skin. Oh. But not ready. All right, bye. Anyway, so then these are your two options when it no glitter over my face. Is there ever not glitter over my face? I wonder if I always have glitter all over my face. I just only recognize it because I'm like filming, and just generally I always do. No one tells me. Okay, so I don't like a heavy foundation. I'm not one to sit there with a paintbrush, you know, watch my skin change completely, and it's just not me. If you have things to cover, God, with the e.l.f. I just did a whole, I haven't even edited it yet, and now I'm talking about concealers. Like the e.l.f., it was so greasy. LA Colors Corrector Palette. I don't really like this either. It's kind of just like that e.l.f. one, except it is not as creamy. Nothing is as bad as the e.l.f. one. It was like putting like Crisco on your face. This is a Wet n Wild one. It's a little less. But what I'm trying to say is if you put that on your face, then you go and, you know, you go and put your BB cream. Even if you let these ones set, like if they move around. Like, so like I didn't want like all that. That's why I cannot. These are the ones that I found. If you're not allergic to them, which you probably won't be because they're awesome, is LA Colors Conceal It. This one's in that shape of a tube for some reason, and then this one's like the same idea. I have the green and the purple and the yellow. And these ones stay where you put them. And then you can feel it. It's like cool because it's wet, but it's going to dry and not be like a cream. I'm not going to rub oil all over my face just because it's green. I'm not buying it. So now I would use a beauty blender. These are the ones I sell. And then you want to wet the beauty blender, Brittney. Okay. You can go soak it in the sink if you want to. You always want to have a damp beauty blender because it's a sponge. If you have a dry sponge, it's just going to suck up all of your makeup. This way, it's perfect for the application, not for taking it away. See, it's not really, I mean, it was already dirty, so it was hard for you to tell, but I meant to say like it's not purple. To see that line right there from the concealer, because that's what it does, it stays still. The other ones are so oily and greasy, you're adding a layer of grease. Yucky cacos. Okay, so if you're gonna use the BB cream, then put on your primer. And you told me that you use Smashbox primer, which I thought, I mean, is it even a mattifying? Or is it just primer? Is it a mattifying primer for people who get oily skin halfway through the day in their T-zone, Brittney? Probably not. I'm not really mad at you. I'm talking, you follow what I do, you will be bulletproof. You could stand outside in 90 degrees at a garden party. You will feel just as hot, but nothing will happen. Bulletproof. So here, let's go. That is it's like $1, $2 LA Colors Conceal It. It's not oil based. The other one is. Primer. You can use whatever primer you want to. I highly recommend between this one and this one. This one, right away, you're getting the greases gone. This one, you gotta put it on and you gotta wait before you put the rest of your makeup on. My nails are awful. I don't even care. I need you to know. Okay, this one turns you a little white, but you just want to put a lot. Just because it's shine control or mattifying primer doesn't mean that you, like, okay, so you don't have shiny eyelids. You still want to prime your eyelids for the other makeup. It's still doing other things. That's just its like claim to fame is shine control. You don't want to forget about everywhere else. Prime your face.
Brittney, this is your fault that I can't find it. Would have been doing this if it wasn't for you.
Being such a squid. Alright, well, my nose ring fell out and I can't find it. Thanks a lot, Brittney. I just feel red here. Once I get going, I can't stop. I didn't put any of this here. Put right on my nose, I don't care. Okay. So another thing that's weird about this is it's not something that the other ones, you're putting purple spots, green spots, yellow spots on your face. You're going to have to cover that. My skin color, so it's not like if I'm concealing with this, I see them, I still see them. If I'm concealing with this, I don't feel like I have to put foundation on over it because it's close to my skin color. If it was purple, okay, so damp. You should wash your beauty blender. I will tell you about that some other time. I don't have the patience to do it before I sat down to help you in this because I literally I'm still shocked. I feel like it's like you're punking me. It's not really you. It's like body snatchers. Like you haven't used a beauty blender? Why? So now you're going to use your concealer. We're going to get into that stuff that you just got that started this whole ball rolling. So you're going to use your like under eye concealer. The ones that you showed me perfectly fine. This is my favorite one. It's Wet n Wild and it's in the color light ivory. You have light skin, I think, and your concealer through that picture looked dark. You probably want it to be a little lighter. Maybe you can just try mine sometime and see. So if you're gonna be doing baking, the whole point of baking your face is to put on too much concealer, too much setting powder. The temperature of your body underneath the concealer cannot escape rising, basically baking the concealer to your face. So you have to have that on there for 10-15 minutes. If you're like, fuck, I'm late, why am I so aggressive? If you know, and you like don't have the time, you can't, because it's just it's not like you can do it and be like and then wipe it off. You have to let it bake. It's worth it though, especially if you're going to do any type of brows, eyeshadow. I'm missing a fingernail. It's a great way to keep all the fallout. So you basically put it on, then do everything else. It's probably going to be about 10 minutes, let's be real. And then when you wipe it off, you'll have baked your face and it's going to take off all like any schmeg that fell. So you were saying about the triangles and you want to get as close to your eyes as you can. I still have some makeup on, so that's not right, but so take your, I have like a sore throat from stress. Can you get a stress sore throat? Okay, and then you go down the side of your nose. This is like standy, and then as you start doing it, standy is standard, you'll you'll see what works best for you and your face shape and where you like it. But this is just, so the reason that we're going straight down the nose is because that's just helping if you're going to do a nose contour. So into the corner of the eye, and you want to get as close as you can, because when you're baking your face, when you brush the powder off, the excess powder comes off, but it's all still there. So if you like miss a spot, it's gonna show. This is just for under the eyes, I guess, but I'm gonna do it. All right, and then the triangle is just basically because it's a good way to kind of like see, like if you go to a triangle, like where you're gonna be like blending it away. I always brighten the middle of my face. You don't have to do the baking on this part, but I just have always done this. When I have this out, I do this part now, even if I don't do the baking here yet. I still just do this because I have it out, and time is of the essence. I don't know what that means. I'm wetting it again. And I'm also, I don't know what wonderful beauty blender you bought, but this one being the shape teardrop, it has this life hack. You could, it just really helps to get in there and get everything all. So use a cup of water, use a spray bottle, bring a bucket of water, soak it in. I mean, you don't want it dripping like that. It's all absorbing. So damp, but still, I mean, it's damp. It's not wet, it's damp. It'll grow like 3 times its size when it's wet. So I always usually do more blending out, meaning not leaving as much of the concealer to be seen in the middle of my face, because I don't feel like I want to as aggressively bake like I do underneath my eyes. I'm still going to put the powder. I just want it to be more blended out. And then the next thing that I do is take this part, the teardrop shape, and with a beauty blender, it's wet, it's soft, it should feel super soft. There's so many different kinds, Brittney. You could get a bad one. What if you have a bad one right now? Ugh. You could have a bad one. You could have a hard bad one, like a rock. Like this is, okay, this is a bad one. Watch when I try to put water on it. Can you watch this? I can't because of my computer, but ready? Look at this stupid thing. There's like water in it, but look at it. See the drops? It's not. That's not right. Get out of here, you piece of shit. So anyway, this is a great one. You can find it on my website. So pat. And using that corner, get right in there. Okay, and we're not trying to blend it gone. We're trying to just blend it smooth, and I blend it all the way out to my hair, and then I get more aggressive and more like a blend pull. And another good one is the old roll. So it's more pushing, rolling, and sometimes dragging, but very rarely, especially with doing the under eye concealer, you're basically just pushing it into your face. And to be honest with you, we're going to do another layer of it, which you don't have to do just going to work and stuff, but it's like it's just like too much of everything for some reason creates something amazing. It's a drag queen trick, and all the best makeup comes from drag queens. Bible. So I'm gonna take this again. Shut your mouth! I just yelled at my kids, so I had to stop it. Okay, and so this time, if you ever did want to do it, it's I concentrate more just right, like underneath the eye, where most like creasing and things like that would happen. I don't pull it and do the whole triangle. I'm just doing like a second aggressive, thick coat. Dampened Beauty Blender. And then even less blending. Basically just making it all even. And it looks crazy before the powder. It just looks like you have a disgusting amount of, when I have it on here, I usually bring it through these, I think they're called like labial folds. That's probably a vagina now that I just said it. But I do remember that these reminded me of that, like that type of word. Sorry, Brittney, if your kids are around and I said the V word. Okay, so you have a nice powder. I'm cleaning this off a little bit, but it doesn't really matter because it's going in the same place. I have nice powders too. I'm not going anywhere today. I'm just doing this to try to help you not be so much of a squid. So I'm just going to use baby powder. I don't think it works that much difference. I think there's a little bit of a flashback when you take Richard Aiken, blah, blah, blah. So, dampened Beauty Blender. Yes, I know. Powder and a dampened Beauty Blender. What the hey? Yes. Dampened Beauty Blender. Keep it damp. And then, alright, let's just take this guy right out to show you. Okay? Here's some baby powder. I swear. Baby powder. You literally, so when you open up that little medium good size container that you bought, take it. I use the teardrop side. It's dampened, and just shove it into it like that. Like that is how much, okay? And then hopefully you're not dressed already. If you are, like, put a towel over yourself, and then you just want to press it. Go in, get more. Press it in. I am struggling getting it right in here, so I just put it right on there just for that reason. You're going to go down the side of the nose. You don't want to forget, though, that you don't want to. There's a reason that we're putting it in specific spots. If you can't just cover your whole face in baby powder. And unless, you know what I mean, you can. But don't be mad at me when you're like, everyone's like, oh, you're a geisha? And you're like, no, I bake my face. You have to keep it where you put the concealer, because we're doing these things for a reason. So, inside here, do not miss a spot is what I'm trying to tell you. And obviously you would have not done your eye makeup. because it's just gonna have powder in it. Mine always does, because I just went through. Okay, ready? You feel like that if you even have the thought that you think you should have more, get more. And as you can see how much I am using, you can now know why I chose baby powder for this example when I'm not really even going anywhere. Because makeup's expensive. So then so I did just like I did with the concealer. Up to my hairline. Got as close to my eye as I could. Try to make it nice and even. Why does it look like dark all of a sudden? It's weird. All right, and then I don't usually go back in. I sometimes might even need to get some off, and I just but I'm not really baking so much as I am setting the concealer. That's the difference. This is going to bake it. You leave this on for 10-15 minutes, you're bulletproof. You can do it on your chin. You can do it on your nose. You can do it anywhere you want. You do the same steps, the concealer, and I just don't do it usually anywhere except for underneath my eyes. And then this, just putting a little bit like this, is just called setting the concealer, not baking it. I'm gonna wait 10 minutes. It's 1:51. Guess what? I have to count. No, I don't. 2:01. Yeah. I wasn't sure though, and I did have to count, and I used my fingers. You probably don't have to do that, Brittany. So maybe I shouldn't be so hard on you about baking your face, because I look crazy right now, and I just use my fingers to count. I can't wait to find out. Oh wait, I have to find out right now, IRL, what your beauty blender is. Better be nothing. You're making a Facebook post for me right now. What does that even mean? What is the beauty blender sponge applicator that you got? You remember when this thing got stuck in my eye, Brittany? I was like, I think I said I was like, I hate my life, and then the glitter, I was like, I hate my life. I have all my stuff everywhere because I'm doing like a collab video coming up, and I just like was moving it, and I just couldn't even deal, so I'm just gonna use this dirty brush and some blush and put it in here for something to do for the next 6 minutes. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to put this online, Brittany. I look like a... I'll be able to just send it to you personally, which means I can flash my boobs. Just kidding. What is wrong with me? I wouldn't even flash my boobs to you. Yes, I would. Sorry again if your kids are watching. I'll probably have to text you and say, don't let your kids watch this. You'd be like, it's a makeup video. Like, why not? Got weird. Feels different just talking to you, and not anyone else is going to see this when I put it on YouTube. You know? Do you want to learn about contouring while we're here? Contouring is a great way to not use a lot of foundation, which you don't like. Palette. Contour palette. And literally just a smaller size brush, and then the more like the deeper shades depending on you and what you want to look like. I clearly just go like this and make a mix, and then I just go like that where you want to create depth. So you want to be under the cheekbone, because if it's darker here, that's why you highlight the cheekbone. It's going to make, and you know what else? I always do my ear, as it makes it look like it's in the distance. And then with this, I like go crazy down here, because nobody likes that. I even bring it up a little further than most people probably do. Like I'm like, oh, okey. Sometimes I draw a fake chin like this, because I like to. Forehead. And then if you want to do the nose, but honestly, I hate it. And on me, I do. I look awful every time I do it. I just look exactly the same, except my nose looks dirty. It's just not my thing. I'm not doing it. And do with, you don't have to, but this is how you get that like sharp line on a contour. This. That wouldn't always work. Is easier for me. This is so much baby powder on me right now. I will admit, you don't need to use like this much. I mean, if you want to be bulletproof, you do. Oh, 1 more minute. Look at my chin. I like literally have one of those chins. I like that. I wanted to have one of those. Ah! Not funny. Whoever said that was is a liar. 2:01. So it's only been 10 minutes. You can wait longer. This stuff's gonna be like hard to get. Oh, no. Okay. It's not hard to get up. Sometimes it's a little harder than, and that's usually like the longer you wait. Okay, see? We just brush it away. Goodbye. Bye. Glitter. I look like you know when you like have plastic surgery, like you have one of those things on. Just brush it away. So we were talking about makeup prices personally, no, before through text, and I was like, yeah, I'm not trying to make you. So this was Wet n Wild and baby powder. It's more about application. There are obviously some things you want to spend the money on, like a nice foundation. You know, don't go to the dollar store for that. Or do if that's all you can afford. I'm not judging you. You probably slay in your dollar store foundation. Just saying, some things. Like I don't like generic orange juice. And I never will. I hope you learned something from this. So see, you even get that nice, see that? That's just from the bake. It's almost like you did a wing, but you didn't. Bronzer, that was contouring. You could use a bronzer to contour. They tend to be a little more orange. I do it all the time though. I usually use like it like a blush. Just to kind of add some color. everywhere. It's just a very light, it's like nothing. I just don't want to be like so dead looking. Like I'm, like I cry on the inside where the mascara can't run, Brittney. Okay? And then even though I do that, I put blush on. And I'm going to use the eyeshadow blush. Oh, I'm losing my voice. Cool. Apples of the cheeks. This is when I'm going to take this off. And then it's more of a defined line. Tricks the eye. Dark. Light. Dark. Light. Do it for your face. Not everybody does it like from the top of the ear down. Like it just like look at yourself and be like, that looks bad. Next thing you'll want to do if you use a highlighter, Brittney, is find it. And then put some in the corners. I don't do my nose IRL because I'm greasy and I'm not trying to draw attention to my nose being shiny. I also like my highlighter way up here. It's your highlighter, it's your face. You put that bitch where you want it. So I have setting spray. If you are gonna buy one, you can call me, and it's this kind. How cool is it? You can bring it with you and play with it. It's like a stress ball. So the best way with a setting spray, layers. Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie right now. The Maroon Skin Prep, I put some in this old setting spray bottle, and that is literally like my secret, is I will spray my face after I do setting spray with this. And once it dries, I'm gonna look shimmery yet matte, which is not easy to do. And my makeup's gonna definitely say 4 hours, 6:10. I think I just flung like an old hair from this thing into my eye. I just wanted to put like a nice pink on, and the only thing that I can see around me right now is this. Coming out, Brittney, go look on my Instagram. There's like a collage that I made me in this beautiful biatch. I'll tell you more in private. There's really not much more to say. But we're doing like a collab. And I have to be inspired by NYX Cosmetics and the color green. Never in my life have I been inspired by the color green. I can tell you that right now. Here we go, Brittney. Okay? You got this, girl. Don't melt on me. Brittney, I want pictures. And I want you to ask questions. And when you wet your beauty blender. You got this. I highly suggest switching from that Smashbox and that e.l.f. bullshit oil slick. Brittney, I feel like I don't know how to like stop this video because I feel like I'm just talking to you. I guess I have to stop it and then upload it and name it. Okay. So, Brittney and anybody else, if you have any questions, comments, leave them down below. Leave them down below. Mm-mm-mm. I don't know if you guys see that. My kids are just like, woo! Bye, love you. Ew, it came right back on. I'm like, bye, love you. Like, as soon as I hit it, I was like, ew. First of all, like, why did you do that? And then it was like, click, click. I'm like, Brittney, leave me the fuck alone, dude.